Alright, so this is my tutorial where I'll try to explain to the best of my ability how to play the game. Now, this is random ideas, so I'm just going to mention what I would do if it wasn't. First of all, I would go to who leads and like institutionalized religion. And institutionalized religion, there's an idea that increases the cost of it by like 40% or something. But the main thing you're going to want to do is get all of the idea point generation ideas, like on the who leads. Wait, how do we avoid? Here it is. How do we make sure? If you choose this one, that'll unlock 3. Just have to put points in them. There's 1 in economy, I think, which is the trade one. Here, yeah, this one. There's 1 in education, which is who teaches, I believe, when you go down here. Well, you do this one, and then there's another one. These are the ones I remember. I think there was a few other. I think there was 1 in there, and maybe one in one of these. There's definitely 1 in here. But you could get down to 40% for this. I don't recommend using this for doing the custom ideas in random. Just go use spiritual for custom ideas. I'll be honest, just use that. And for this, for non-random ideas, just pick up. I would pick up in currency used under merchants respected for an 80% increase in the value of luxuries. You trade luxuries until you get a decent prestige if you go down that early, or you could just wait till much later in the game before you start messing with that. But doing that will allow you to actually get money from prestige luxury goods. And then there's some ideas that boost idea point generation. I don't remember where. Another thing is you're gonna want it's in virtue body. I think it's physical too. I think it's this one. It gives you 10% population growth. And then down here there's another 10%. And I don't remember where, but there is another 10% population growth. I want to say it's down here. Somewhere in here I think is where it is. I don't remember precisely, but that's 30%, I think. Or maybe I could be wrong. There could be 2. I think there's yeah, no, I don't think there is one there. Never mind, sorry. You have to go in here. I think it's common souls and limitations. Yeah. And down at the bottom, you can, one up from the bottom, you choose slower, you get 10% population growth. And then if you add in who leads, 1 person, you could get up to 50% population growth bonus. Now I think it adds in after, like when it actually grows, it adds in the population growth. I could be wrong, and it could not work, and just be a waste, but I don't believe so. So that's what I would focus on ideas. And then on random, just put wherever. Well, on random, go down military so you get the 2% fit. I got a 10% decrease on economy, and I started putting points to that stupidly. I keep playing poorly. But I'll fill out the military one for that 2% fit. And that'll give me a bit more manpower. But all you gotta, for colonization, you're gonna want to make sure you explore, because that will reveal bonuses in provinces. And your first 3 provinces all have like decreased influence cost and time to colonize. But besides those, I would make sure you actually do some astral probes, because shamans here, you look at these shamans, give you a massive amount of souls, just a large amount of souls, better chances to get souls. But you only have these for I think 200 years, 288 years. So 2 days. So you're gonna wanna do shamans. I think this is every 5 hours. Yeah. So I'm gonna send out some shamans here. And I'm going to explore around me too. Think about what time it'll be. Be enough. And I'm gonna explore around me. You can hit E, and then you can do this. And this will allow you to just queue up a bunch of explorations around you. That way you don't waste time, even if you don't get on to send them out to go to an astral party or something. The more souls you have, the more idea points you get. And then that's really all you have to do, I'd say, at the start. You're only gonna ever really need 1 or 2 specialists on food, really. I wouldn't use this. It's a one-time thing. I assume it doesn't like take into account your growth, so I assume it just, if you use it earlier, you messed up. Now, I recommend just only, so medicine, you're going to want to get as much medicine as you can. So I recommend, alright, maybe you do this one once, you do this, and you get 2 level 2 guys here. But after that, just go all in on the level 1s. And do not level up military equipment past level 2. Don't do that. It's going to affect your gold income and it's just not worth it. Pick up camels too. Camels are good. Produce as many camels as you can. It's 600 camels for tier 10 versus 8,000 horses. Their armor is a little bit worse, I believe, and the gold cost remains the same. But resource-wise, definitely want to make some camels, I would say. And as I said, if you only level up the archers, you won't have to care about elite cavalry or elite infantry. The main reason for this is you only need 9,000 archers under 500k, and then above that you just want 90,000 to fill your backline, and then you don't need any more for your entire army. Because they're not going to get injured unless your frontline's dead at that point. You've lost the battle and you'll have to wait like a day and a half to repopulate your army. I don't know. Refill your ranks. Take like a day and a half. I would be careful with adapting resources. I've adapted more than 1 flower, I think, and I only got one same type of flower in the same province. I only got 1 type of flower in return, or 1 flower in return, because they produce special types of flowers for the amount of like different types of flowers you have. You get 1 like blue flower for it, and then you use that blue flower to make honey, or you use it to make what is it? Aesthetic sense. Upgradable resources. You'll on them on random, so I'm definitely going to be actually upgrading prestige good, because I can't get 80% luxury good. So I'll end up doing that. Also, you're gonna want to go down healing, right here, healing. Go down this. Get 5 of these guys. Then you're going to want to go down here to sanitation. Get 5 of these guys too. And if you feel like it, you could always get these guys, but these cost influence. That's the governance idea there, honey. So that'll get you average lifespan. At a certain point, average lifespan doesn't seem to be too big of a population increase, but it's a pretty decent one, I'd say. And I would get these 2, honestly. Just pick these up, get up to 5. I don't know about the 6th one myself, because you have to get 1 of these. You can trade for it, perfect, I guess, but otherwise just get these 2 as soon as you can. There's no reason not to, it just allows you to trade more. and find a partner or get a guy to up it. Now you only get 10 influence total. You don't get 3, 5, and 10. You get 10 total. And there, that's max centralization. You're gonna need, preferably just get coffee. If you can get coffee, that's all you need. And you can go and get the idea for patents that makes it so you don't have to use medical research. But coffee covers like everything in there. And then for research, just make sure you have someone in here for the entire time. That way you can get these finished as fast as possible. I would pay attention mostly to chemistry and materials. I believe math and economy are the one for archers. Yeah, math and economy and chemist and materials, I would say probably most important. Did I get? Okay, I already have it. But yeah, I wouldn't want to fall behind in them. I mean, it's not too important, I guess. At a certain point, if you don't have money, you don't have military equipment, you're gonna make sure you have a lot of stock of that. Try to make as much iron as you have, up to like at least 10 guys, but don't go up to level 3. As I said, the criminality will cut into your income, so it's just not worth it. But you're gonna want enough of that, enough gold, because each tier up, especially elite units, are incredibly expensive. But there's tier 5 units that only require a little bit of gold. So if you don't have enough gold, you're gonna want to make sure you get your archers, and then you're just gonna have to fill out the rest of your rank with basically just fodder at that point, especially if other people are able to afford the better units. So you're gonna want to do something like that. Also, never allow your front line for combat. Never allow your front line to be empty, which you're gonna need 4,000 cavalry and 5,000 infantry to fill the line on flatlands. Make sure no matter what, you want the front line to be full, because otherwise cavalry will get their charge bonus and they'll just hit into the side of your infantry and your infantry's dead. They'll just die. They'll disintegrate. Especially if you only have a small amount of troops. Like if you guys are only messing around with 10,000 troops and fighting someone, be careful as hell, because as soon as someone's front line collapses, you run out of cavalry, run out of maybe infantry first. You guys, whoever lost to that, just dies. They'll be instant. Battles are also incredibly fast, so make sure you never run out of food, but as long as you have 1 or 2 guys in the max one, eventually you should have enough food. You just never need to pay attention to it again. Just keep looking at it though. You don't want to accidentally starve yourself. I'm rambling. I don't think I need to go over anything else. If I do, just leave a comment saying I missed something. If you need me to try to explain it. And don't worry about influence costs. You'll just start investing influence guys into influence, and the specialists. We'll just start putting a lot of guys into that. Don't worry about it too much. Oh yeah, don't bother going onto a secondary island like this. Only your capital provinces matter, and your capital landmass. If those don't get sieged down, you won't be sieged down. So capital land, non-capital landmass land is kind of worthless unless you just need the land. So definitely target this land first. Alright, that's it. I probably missed a lot of shit. Comment below, I guess, and I'll try to correct. I'll make another video about them, I guess, if there's anything I missed.